Welcome to 6 Degrees of Health and Wellness. I'm your host, Karen Langston, and today my guest, Brandon Green, who is a licensed real estate agent, right?
Yes.
Is it real estate agent?
Yep, Realtor.
Realtor here in Arizona, and he is on the green side.
Yes, I do. I have my NAR green designation, which there's actually not too many of us here in Arizona because it's kind of a new designation with the Realtors Association, but we're making progress.
Wow, that's what we need more of, is more of the green team. That's what we're all about. Now you have a website, and your website is begreenarizona.com. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, begreenarizona.com is my green-friendly blog. It does have certain real estate capabilities and for search capabilities for the clients, but it has to do with my views kind of on the green-friendly side and having to do with real estate here in Arizona. I actually do expand it nationwide, trying to incorporate different states and what they're doing, but I try to show everybody what's available and how you can make your life a little bit more green each and every day.
Let's let our viewers know a little bit about you. So tell us, who are you?
I'm a father first, and I should say I'm a husband first and a father second. I have 3 wonderful little children, Colby, Beckett, and Hudson.
Wow,
and,
nice names.
My youngest son just turned 1 this last week.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you very much. No, and they keep me on my toes, but real estate does give me the luxury to be able to spend, equal amount of time with them and also my clients. So
right, because your wife travels, doesn't she?
Yes, she is a flight attendant and she does travel too.
And so you have to look after the kids
Correct.
when she's out flying around.
Trying to juggle work and the kids from home sometimes gets a little bit of a challenge, but that's why I'm in this business, because it gives me the flexibility to be able to spend time with my family.
That's great.
That's number one. So.
That's fantastic. Tell us a little bit about your story. There's always a reason why we get into the health and wellness industry.
I've always been into, Eastern philosophy, and my background and major in college was East Asian studies, lived in Japan.
Wow.
So I have been in touch with that part of my lifestyle. The green side of things, actually, my wife probably, I have to give her credit because she was much more diligent about us even doing little things like recycling many, many years ago. And then once we had children, I kind of saw, I don't know, it just hit me a little bit more of how we have to do a little bit each and every day to save the environment.
Yes, absolutely. We don't have an environment, we have nothing to live in, do we?
Right, and everybody has to work together to help each other out to make it so that the world that we live in is going to be around for our children and their children. Definitely my wife was the one that pushed me to be a little bit more green each and every day.
Way to go.
And then over the last 5 or 6 years, I've slowly started trying to figure out how to incorporate it into real estate, adding, services to my clients. And my philosophy, and I try to portray it on the begreenarizona.com, is if everybody does just a little bit each and every day, together it can add up to a lot for the
Absolutely.
world.
Well, on that note then, do you think you could give our viewers 3 tips that they could do to be a little bit more green with our environment?
Yep. Number 1, definitely recycle.
Recycle.
And along those same lines, if at all possible, try to use reusable plastic bottles. If you're going to be having drinks or water, try to do that as opposed to the throwaway plastic bottles.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. So you're talking about the actual stainless steel water bottles?
That, or they do make plastic ones that you can wash and reuse, but just stories in regards to islands in the Pacific that have actually formed from plastic bottles that have been thrown into the ocean.
You're kidding. Actual islands.
Yep.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
one probably,
wow. That's
I think
scary.
it's a little bit bigger than Texas.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
And then number 2, I would say, is try to concentrate and maybe go through your house this evening or, in the next couple of days, and just make a list of all of the items plugged in that are using electricity.
So if I had 6 things plugged into my power strip, right?
Yes.
And that was plugged into a timer, would that be better than
That I don't know.
Really?
There's actually a number of inexpensive mechanisms that you can buy to actually see how much usage is being used by some of these appliances when they're actually off.
Okay.
And I would suggest maybe investing in one of those, and then you can go. I've heard it can be addicting now. There
I'm
are some
addicted to
people that
timers.
can get addicted to checking out their electronics. Don't have high efficiency toilets. There's a little trick that you can actually see on my blog, but there you could get like a plastic milk carton,
Okay.
fill it up with water, and put it in the back of your toilet, and that will actually disperse some of the water and save. You'd be amazed. It saves quite a bit on an annual basis.
We're going to reuse water bottles instead of getting plastic water bottles. Definite. I
Yes.
believe in that one very much. We are going to unplug electricity outlets that don't need to be running, like our cell phone charger. That's a great one. I never even thought of that one. And then we're going to take a quart or a liter of milk and fill it up with water and put that in the back.
Right, and make sure you use the plastic one as opposed to the cardboard.
That's a
Don't
very
want
good
to-
tip. I think that's I think that's a great tip. Well, Brandon, tell us a little bit about the projects that you're working on right now.
Well, I do have a passion of mine is kind of exploring the reuse of shipping containers in housing.
Shipping
It's-
containers.
Yep, it's a very, very new theory. Actually, over in Europe, they've been doing quite a bit. They've been building residential and commercial buildings. But out here in the U.S., it's in its very beginning stages, and especially here in Arizona, it's one of those areas that I do have a passion for, and I am trying to figure out how to do a little bit more each and every day with seeing where we can go in that direction. And that's kind of a passion, a long-term one of mine. Another thing is I've almost finalized with what I would call basically a home efficiency consulting business that I'm going to be providing my clients and additional homeowners, where I could come in and actually analyze your house and look at it as almost like a whole system
Wow,
to
that's a
see
great
how
idea.
you can either save current energy use or combine that with some of the government incentives for the green movement. It may not always make sense to put up solar panels. There may be less expensive methods that you can get a better return on your investment. So it's kind of analyzing it that direction.
Well, this is interesting. So you're going into the consulting end
gonna
of
add
the
that,
green. So
correct,
that's
yes.
excellent. We've got a green consultant here with us today.
If anybody has questions, regardless of where they are, please feel free to drop me an email or call.
And your email address is?
begreenrealtor@gmail.com.
Wow, that's nice
And
easy.
obviously you can go to either of my websites and drop me an email from there
And
anytime.
the one website is www.b, just the letter B, greenarizona.com, right?
Yes.
Now I have one more question for you.
Sure.
If there was one thing that you had the power to change in this world, what would it be?
Besides peace on earth.
Goodwill to men and women.
Exactly. No, sticking with the green philosophy, I would just ask everybody each and every day just to be a little bit more in touch with what they do every day and make one or two minor changes, and together everybody will be able to do their part and help out a little bit in regards to saving our earth and the atmosphere and everything that goes along with it. And in combination with that, it will definitely make people I think bond a little bit better
Absolutely.
when everybody knows that they're doing their part.
Yes, it's all about relationships, isn't it?
Exactly, yes.
Well, Brandon, I'm so glad that you were here today.
Thank you.
And if you're looking for his information, it's in the links and docs here, or you can get a hold of Brandon on his website at www.begreenarizona.com. And what's the telephone number?
602-722-8125.
If you think someone could benefit from the information we shared with you today, take that step and be the 6th degree that makes a difference. Until next week, I'm your host, Karen Langston, with guest Brandon Green.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Bye.
Bye.